Facing justice cannibal who mutilated his Grindr date victim before
cutting his testicles off and eating them for his sexual pleasure.
This next clip is, I believe, the last thing I had seen the last night on the store. The last thing I had water and drinks and went everywhere. Are you telling me how it is again? Next clip is, I believe, the last thing I had posted last night on the StoreMaker app. The world never sleeps, bro. The wicked don't sleep. There's no rest for the wicked, bro. You don't sleep. Are you telling me how it is again? Are you telling me how it is again? Oh, have you been poisoned? Has somebody been poisoning you? Has somebody been poisoning you? No, we're not doing it your way. We're doing it my way. We're not doing it your way. We've been doing it your way for 40 years. We've been doing it your way for 40 years. It's my turn. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. Get the fuck out. No, how about I go expose you instead? No, how about I go expose you? No, you put your dick in 11-month-old baby girl. You put your dick in 11-month-old baby girl. You've been sentenced to death. You've been sentenced. You have been sentenced for sexual death. No, you've been sentenced to death. No, you've been sentenced. You stole this house. It's in your house. You've been sentenced to death for putting your dick in an 11-month-old baby girl's ass and killing her, angrily raping her, and then how do you play the victim after? How do you do it? No, we're not doing it. Your brother in there, transgender Alice Reese, cuts men's testicles off and eats them for her sexual pleasure. How do y'all play the victim after you do that? No, how about I go expose you instead? Because you don't care, right? Yeah. No. You put. Right. No. You put. No. You put. No. You put. No. You put. You put. No. You put your dick in 11-month-old. Put your dick in 11-month-old. Put your dick in 11-month-old. Dick in 11-month-old. Put your dick in 11-month-old baby girl. Then you. No. We're not doing it your way. We're doing it my way. Then you. Then you you've been sentenced to death. Sentenced. You've been sentenced.
No, we're not doing it your way.
You have been sentenced. You have been sentenced. You have been sentenced. You have been sentenced.
How have you been being poisoned? Has somebody been poisoning you for 9 years? Poison, leave the fucking house. No, we're not doing it your way. We're doing it my way. We've been doing it your way for 40 years now. It's my turn, my way. Oh yeah. Pack your bag and get the fuck out of my house.
Angrily raping her. You play the time after you do that.
Get the fuck out. You put your dick in 11-month-old baby girl. I don't give a fuck. You have been sentenced to death. Had it.
Cut men's testicles off. Now this next raping her, and then how do you play the victim after you? How do you do it? You do it. Your brother in there, transgender Alice Reese, cuts testicles off and you do it for her sexual pleasure. How do y'all play the victim after you do that? You care, right? You don't sleep in your house. You've been sentenced to death for putting your dick in 11-month-old baby girl's ass, killing her, and then how do you play do that? How about I go expose you instead? Yeah. No. You put your dick in 11-month-old baby girls. You've been sentenced to death. You've been sentenced. You have been sentenced to death. No, you've been sentenced to death. No, you've been sentenced. You stole this house. It's in your house. You've been sentenced to death for putting your dick in 11-month-old baby girl's ass and killing her, anally raping her, and then how do you play the victim after you do that? How do you do it? Your brother in there, transgender Alice Reese, cuts men's testicles off and eats them. Testicles off and eats them. Testicles off and eats them. Testicles off and testicles off and eats them for her sexual pleasure. How do y'all play the victim after you do that? You don't care, right? Now, oh yeah, you don't sleep. 11-month-old baby girl's ass and killing her, anally raping her, and then how do you play the victim after you do that? How do you do it? Your brother in there, transgender Alice Reese, transgender Alice Reese, transgender Alice men's testicles off for her sexual pleasure. How do y'all play the victim after you do that? Because you don't care, right? Right. Now this next clip is what happened this morning. First thing this morning. On August 13th, 2023. Now, by the time I was able to push record on my and turn my tablet on, it had already punched out with its fist the bottom part of my door and caused part of the door to fall on my coffee table in my bedroom, and water and drinks went everywhere, man. When it had saw that I was recording it, it kind of stopped what it was doing and said it had a better way of doing this. Let's try something. He said he had a different way of doing this. Let's try something different. You know, whenever he really realized he was being recorded, and then so what he did was he like waited maybe a couple hours or so, and then he handed me more poison and made me sick again. Now the way he did it and the way he said it was to make it seem like he was wanting to act right. Like he kind of felt bad for his behavior, but no, it was just a I didn't fall for it because I've seen it too many times. But yeah, it's just a front, right? So that I would be more acceptable to consuming his poison without thinking that there was anything wrong with it.
Of the devil, let all evils within and around us continue to bow to us by fire. Let the knees of spiritual things bow to the Lord. Stolen from me, all that has been stolen from the believer, in the name of Jesus. Any power that has swallowed our inheritance, swallowed it by fire, by the blood of Jesus. No spiritual robbers shall invade our life again. My life, your life. Yekate bao shani galo. Who's
So your brother eats men's testicles for sexual pleasure. You rape children and eat their bodies, and then you play the victim. How do you play the victim after you eat children? You eat children, huh? You kill children, huh? You kill children, You tried to, bro. No, you did not. You had me to die. That was in the brother eats men's testicles for sexual pleasure. You rape children and eat their bodies, and then you play the victim. How do you play the victim after you eat children? You eat children, huh? You kill them. You tried to, man. But you tried to. You got mad at your mom every time she rescued me, where you had me to die. You just broke all kind of shit when you busted the door down, bro. I paid for everything. No, you did not. You stole it. I know. That's why you eat price tags. Perfect. People back shit for what you stole from them. You give them gifts with price tags on them to let them know you paid for this. You have the right to destroy it if you can't control it. We know your game. Okay, I tell you what, I got something for you. Have you ever taken responsibility for anything in your life? I'm already doing something about it. I just read in the Bible last night that you're about to be destroyed. So then he had more. Okay, now. Sick as a dog. While they're feeling pretty good about it behind their spyware, except for the part that I'm exposing them. I'm pretty sure he poisoned my pizza that was in the freezer today. Okay, so this came out of a nickel bag of weed that he just gave me the other night. I just let it soak in soap and water, and this is what was left. That's how much poison was in just 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 I think just poison was in just poison was in just poison was in just I think it was out of a nickel bag of weed that he gave.
3D838 case number D2003 Warner v. State 829 decided case Warner v. State 2006 KCR 4144 Appellant versus State of Oklahoma case number OPG2003 Lumpkin 829 decided Judge September 26, 2006 tried by jury and convicted of first degree murder State of Oklahoma abuse Count on OPG21 West Lumpkin 1991 Judge Section 700.7 tried by jury and convicted of first degree murder Child abuse 21 West 2191 Section 1111 and 1114 Case No CF 97-4 5249, in the District Court of Oklahoma County. In Count I, the jury found the existence of 2 aggravating circumstances and recommended the punishment of death. In Count II, the jury recommended a sentence of 75 years imprisonment. The trial court sentenced accordingly. From this judgment and sentence, appellant has perfected his appeal. 1. Appellant was charged and convicted of the first-degree rape and murder of 11-month-old Adriana Waller. The victim and her mother, Shonda Waller, lived with appellant and his 2 children, 6-year-old Charvin and 5-year-old Vonada. 2-year-old Dasha, appellant's daughter from another relationship, stayed with them on occasion. On August 22nd, 1997, appellant left early that morning to pay a traffic fine at City Court. He returned home at approximately 10 o'clock to 10:30 a.m. Ms. Waller prepared lunch for appellant and the older children and fed the victim baby food. At approximately noon, Ms. Waller left for the grocery store. All 4 children remained at home with appellant. At the time Ms. Waller left, the victim was dressed in a jumpsuit. Ms. Waller returned home at approximately 2 o'clock to 2:30 p.m. She glanced in the master bedroom and saw the victim lying on the bed. The victim appeared to be sleeping. Ms. Waller noticed the victim was dressed only in her diaper. Later that afternoon, appellant and Ms. Waller decided to take all the children with them to run errands. Ms. Waller intended to get the victim ready, but appellant stopped her and volunteered to retrieve the victim from the bedroom. Appellant returned to the living room holding the victim and saying that she was not breathing. Appellant went the victim to Ms. Waller and screaming and told appellant to take him to the emergency room. Appellant drove Ms. Waller and all the children to the emergency room. On the way, Ms. Waller gave the victim CPR. 3-way arrived at the hospital at approximately 3:40 p.m. Emergency personnel took the victim and continued resuscitation efforts. All efforts failed and the victim was pronounced dead at 4:07 p.m. Emergency charge nurse Robin Justice was cleaning the victim before Ms. Waller saw her when she noticed bright red blood around the victim's rectum and turned around the victim's rectum. Ms. Justice testified at trial that the injuries appeared to be fresh and recent. She called police and notified the attending physicians, Drs. McCray and Hill. For DR, McCray observed bright red blood staining the skin around the victim's rectum and tears around the rectum. X-rays indicated 2 skull fractures, one of which was depressed, and 2 fractures to the left jaw. DR, McCray testified that the injuries were recent, consistent with a violent shaking and inconsistent with a fall from a bed to a carpeted floor. He also testified that upon sustaining such injuries, the victim would not be able to eat, drink, or play. His diagnosis was sexual and physical abuse. 5. In conducting the subsequent autopsy, the medical examiner Dr. Choi determined the cause of death to be multiple injuries to the victim's head, chest, and abdomen. She determined the manner of death to be a homicide. Dr. Choi testified the victim suffered a crushing type injury to her head and internal injuries to her brain. The victim's blunt fluids were fractured, her liver was lacerated, and her spleen and lungs were bruised. There were bruises on the victim's chest the size of adult fingertips. She also observed retinal hemorrhages in the victim's eyes, which she testified were consistent with the victim being violently shaken. Additionally, Dr. Choi observed 6 different tears around the victim's rectum, which she testified were consistent with blunt force penetration. Dr. Choi also testified that upon receiving her injuries, the victim would not have been able to eat, drink, or play. 6. Interview first at the hospital. Appellant told officers he brought the victim, her mother, and the children to the emergency room. He said he had been in the master bedroom with the victim and 2-year-old Dasha. He said Dasha gave the victim something to drink. After a while he left the room. When he returned to the bedroom between approximately 2 o'clock and 3 p.m., the victim was lying on the floor crying. He picked her up and noticed she had hit her head. He said she seemed to be dazed. He tried to comfort her and laid her on the bed to sleep. When he returned to get her at approximately 3:30 p.m., she was not breathing. Later, when appellant was arrested, he complained to officers that the knuckles on his right hand were sore. 7. In a subsequent search of appellant's home, officers discovered a sexually explicit videotape in the VCR located in the master bedroom, and a jar of Vaseline and a bottle of aloe vera gel nearby. 8. At trial, appellant's son Charvin testified appellant was the only adult with the children when Ms. Waller went to the store. He said that on the day the victim died, he saw appellant in the master bedroom shaking her. He said appellant was often angry with the victim because of her crying and general noisiness. Charvin admitted that he had previously testified the victim died because she was beat up. 9. In his defense, appellant presented 8 witnesses. These included medical experts who testified that the victim would have immediately lost consciousness upon sustaining the head injury. Her injuries were consistent with hitting her head on a wooden bed frame, and the injuries to her chest could have occurred during CPR. Defense witnesses also testified that Charvin had said he had lied when he said he saw appellant hit the victim, that Ms. Waller had originally said appellant drove her to the store, and she waited for him to take her home, that appellant was left-handed, and that he took good care of the victim. 10. During the second stage of trial, in addition to incorporating all evidence of the 2 alleged aggravating for the sexually explicit videotape and VCR located in the master bedroom, and a jar of Vaseline, 8 witnesses. These included medical experts who testified that the victim would have immediately lost consciousness upon sustaining the head injury. Her injuries were consistent with hitting her head on a wooden bed frame, and the injuries to her chest could have occurred during CPR. Defense witnesses also testified that Charvin had said he had lied when he said he saw appellant hit the victim, that Ms. Waller had originally said appellant drove her to the store, and she waited for him to take her home, that appellant was left-handed, and that he took good care of the victim. 10. 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 Good care of the victim. Tend 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 good care of the good care of the good care of the good care of the victim. Tend during the second stage of trial. In addition to incorporating all evidence from the first stage, the state presented evidence showing that appellant's 4-year-old daughter Vonda had been physically abused by appellant. That appellant physically punished Charvin and Vonda by whipping them with a belt or electrical cord, and that appellant had physically abused his ex, and that he took good care of the victim. Tend during the second stage of trial. In addition to incorporating all evidence from the first stage, the state presented evidence showing that appellant's 4-year-old daughter Vonda had been physically abused by appellant. That appellant physically punished Charvin and Vonda by whipping them with a belt or electrical cord, 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 Appellant had physically abused his ex-wife Von Rika Warner. In mitigation, appellant presented 13 witnesses. The jury found the existence of the 2 alleged aggravating circumstances, continuing threat and especially is contained in the transcript concerning any knowledge juror Scales may have had of a witness or any objection to Ms. Scales' service on the jury. 13 initially. Appellant's argument is based upon information gained from post-verdict interviews and set out in ex parte affidavits. The claim of error and supporting affidavits were included as the 12th of 16 allegations raised in the motion for new trial filed with the district court. At formal sentencing, the trial judge noted he had been presented a motion for new trial. Defense counsel indicated she wanted to stand on the motion. Therefore, no argument or evidence was presented in support of the motion. The trial court overruled the motion without comment. At 14 appellant's ex parte affidavits, which have not been subjected to cross-examination, are not properly before this court for review. 3C Stafford v. State, 1983 OKCR 86, paragraph 15, 665p, 2D 1205, 1211. Vacated on other grounds 467 U.S. 1212, 104S, Court, 2651, 81 L at 2D 359, 1984. This court found it improper to permit the litigation of factual issues by ex parte affidavits and attachments on appeal. See also Dewberry v. State, 1998 OKCR 10.
think it's cool. You know I'm so extra. You know I'm so extra. Curious. Poo. Same team, gang, same bunch, blame. All these haters. You know my name. Zaza.
joke, no joke. And we keep them blows, so please don't get smoked. Fuck around, don't fuck around, then you fuck around and get smoked. Fuck around, don't fuck around, then you fuck around and get smoked. Corley RP him, Daniel RP him. If you disrespect him, then you gon' meet them. My niggas rollin' for pizza, that bitch she'll eat her. She was a good girl, I turned her to a eater. His squad move up, I'm do the running man. I'm running with my hitter. Out to go hit the club throwing hella band. Have a low, hit the club throwing hella band. Have a low throwing hella band. In the club, hella band. Hit the club throwing.
Face, BB choose ass like a real fuck around. Fuck around.
Choose ass like real. Y'all niggas ain't real. Lame niggas get killed. I'm here, cute. I'm here for real. I'm finna get on.
Face, BB choose ass like real. Lame niggas get killed. I'm here for real. I'm doing for real. I'm finna get on. Finna do another song. Bitch calling my phone. Get shit real. 40 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 hit his face. BB chew his ass like real. BB chew his ass like real. BB chew his ass like real. BB chew his ass like BB chew like real. BB chew his ass like real. BB chew his ass like real. BB chew his ass like real. Lame niggas get killed. I'm for real. I'm doing this for real. I'm for niggas get killed. I'm 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 here for real. I'm doing for niggas ain't real. We shut it down. Have it low, have it down, have it down, have it low, throw 100 band, have it low, throw 100 band, have it low, throw 100 band. In the club on the money band, niggas talking shit. In the club, he better watch it. Got the on his hip. He gon' need some help. Since it comes to nigga, not to do this shit. Let's clear my medal. Go, be nothing loud. Now we told my niggas ain't no joke. Keep them blows. Don't get smoke around. Don't fuck around. Then you fuck around and get smoked. Fuck around. Don't fuck around. Then you fuck around and get smoked. My niggas ain't no joke. Smoke. Fuck around. Don't fuck around. Then you fuck around and get smoke. Throwing hope, I'm get fuck around. We told 30 clip and I'm hollow tips, have no deal. Rolling off a pill for pussy down. Chill. My niggas in the feel like he killed. Pack ass nigga, I keep this shit real. 40 cake ass nigga, I keep this shit real. Rolling off a pill, pussy better chill. My niggas in the field, you might get killed. Pancake ass nigga, keep this shit real. 40 is BB that's like real. Y'all niggas ain't lame niggas ain't killed. I'm here for real. I'm rolling off a pill. My niggas in the field, you might get killed. Pancake ass, keep this shit real. 40 hit his face, BB chew his ass like real. Y'all niggas ain't real. Lame niggas get killed. Lame niggas get killed. Niggas get killed. Lame niggas get killed. Get killed. Get killed. Lame niggas I'm new. Like for get killed. I'm lame for real. Been do another song. Bitch, copy my phone. Alone, I'm trying to bone and pass her the bro. Then leave that bitch. Tell her hoe so long.
Y'all niggas ain't real. Lame niggas get killed. I'm here for real. I'm doing this for real. I'm finna get on. Finna do another song.
Then leave that bitch. Tell her whole so long. Different color shirts. Rolling up that perk. Laying off that perk. So please don't get girls and get niggas don't joke. Oh now we told crop shoot. Oh no we told now we don't keep them blows. So please don't. Oh now we told my nigga now we told now keep them blows. So please don't get smoked. Fuck around and get smoked. I'm rolling, all my niggas rolling. 30 clip in them hollow tips, have his ass sitting there rolling. Rolling. My niggas my pancake ass nigga. I keep this. All niggas ain't real. Get killed. I'm here for real. I'm doing this. I'm finna get on. With them another mother's on. Bitch calling my mother's up and do another song. Bitch calling my mother's no. Trying to bone and pass to the bro. Don't get murked. Girls get so please don't get murked. Girls BBQ his ass like BBQ his ass. Fuck around and get smoked. Fuck around and get smoked. Smoke. No joke. Fuck around and get smoked. Parlay RP him. I did RP him. It's him. If you disrespect him, then you respect him. Fuck around and get smoked. Fuck around and get smoked. Oh now we told my niggas ain't no. We keep the joke. So please fuck around and fuck around get smoked. Fuck around and fuck him. Fuck around and get smoked. Y'all niggas lame niggas get killed. I'm here for real. I'm doing this for real. I'm finna get on. Finna do another song. Bitch calling my Y'all niggas ain't real. Lame niggas get killed. I'm here for real. I'm doing this for real. I'm get on. Finna do another song. Bitch calling my phone. Leave me alone. I'm trying to bone and pass to the bro. Then leave that bitch. Tell her so long. Different color shirts. Roll up that roll. So please don't leave. My bitch shit now we ain't no joke. So please blow this smoke around, get smoke, get around, don't fuck around, don't fuck smoke. I'm now niggas ain't no joke. Get smoke. Fuck around, don't fuck around, get smoke. Get smoke. Parlay RP him. I need RP him. If you disrespect them, then you gon' meet them. My nigga rollin' so she tough. That bitch boy, she eat her. She was a good girl, I turned her to a eater. His squad move bubbin'. Yeah, nigga on free man. That's cookin' them hoes. Let them do the running man. 540, I'm tough man. I'm rollin' with my hitters. I send my hitters out club, go get it up. Hella band, hella band. Hit the club, throwing hella band. Have a low, throwing hella band. In the club, doing the money dance. Hella band, hella band. The money dance. Hella band, hella band. Hit the club, throwing hella band. Hit the club, throwing hella band. Have a low, throwing hella band. In the club, doing the money dance. Niggas talking shit in the club, you better watch it. Melly got the 30 on the Melly got the 30 on the tip. He gon' need some help. I'm a gangster nigga, he gon' need some help. I'm a gangster nigga, and I can do this shit, my fuck, so piss, this shit, my fuck. And I be nothing like we told. My nose ain't no joke, I'ma keep them blows, so please don't get smoked. Fuck around, don't 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 fuck them court, 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 don't get smoked. Young heat from heat, so please don't repeal. You might, pancake. I keep beats out real. 40 hit his face, BBQ his ass like a drill. Y'all niggas ain't real, lame niggas get face. Trying to fuck around, fuck around the bro, fuck around the bro. Can't leave that bitch, tell the hoe so long. Different color shirt, rolling up that perk, licking off that, so please don't get murked. Girls lifting their shirt, please lifting their shirt. Jewelry shirts, I'm about to talk, so please don't get smoked. Y'all ain't real. Oh, now we told fuck around, get smoked. Fuck around, get smoked. Oh, now turn the ball and pass to the I'm trying to ball to the ball. Fuck around and get fuck around. Smoke. I'm trying to banash and pass to the bro. Tell the hoe so long. All the color shirt. Rolling up. Laying off the night. So don't please don't murk.
Shit, rock block. If it's what they want, then that's what they gon' get. I ain't playing no games with it all. Got 150 niggas, 50 niggas riding with me. Got 100 niggas riding with me. Jason Nami ain't gon' never have no lanes with them. They all TTG, we in LMB, no game, boy, this shit is real. Fuck CPD, gotta keep it, gotta keep it, tracks, that's some shit. Shot it, turn up, that's some doctor famous, no a couple rap niggas, some dual rap, so bitch ass say that's some doctor famous, no rap, couple niggas that's down to ride for they homicide, run up on a nigga with the llamas flying, put him in the dirt like both Obama signs, and them niggas, situation give us any problems and we can last. Shopping like hit a nigga KD, Trey 5, and we don't really give a fuck who doing it another day at a time. And LMB, BK, 150, 150. One man side won't no action, they don't wanna see us. Bitch, be the real ills and y'all wanna be us. Snatch a nigga soul out. Snatch a nigga soul out. Send it up to Jesus. In the jungle, we the lions, and they just cheese us. How they gon' with us and get smoked, no joint. Got the red dot for a headshot. Another deal out. You ain't shooting the kill, and it ain't no point. If it's real, they know that's what they gon' get. I ain't playing no games with them. Got 150 niggas that are with me, bitch, and I ain't gon' never have no lanes with them. They all TTG, me and LLB, no game, boy, this shit is real. You gotta keep it on me at all times, cause I'm in the field.
Rap shit, money in the nice clothes, with cockroaches in apartments with lights on. The smell in them hallways that ain't lights on. The young boys might with the pipes on. 40 in the top and knock your fucking top off. Better hit the money to the ground with the money. 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 The money to the ground. Okay, niggas fall back out. Kill me a nigga got Casamigos.
Home J Dot finna send the county up if they don't free Jock. Trey Bars, nigga, no re-rock. MJ23, nigga, no J23, nigga, no Reebok. Kill a bitch if she a prick, no mercy for the east side. Bunch of pussy ass niggas, it's something that we not. Man, all my life I've been getting that. You got another thing coming at. If you think I'm lame, if I hear that, I was in, I'm hitting that. If I that. If you thought I was in, I was nigga that. If I hitting that, if you better cooperate, I no more. But save and safe type of situation. Give us a problem, taking laps. Shots spinning like some thunder when they hit a nigga. KD, Trey 5. And we don't really give a fuck. We doing hits in the middle of the daytime. And LMB, BBK, 150 like 6 quarters. Catch a nigga in the hallway and execute his ass. Even though we're black mama don't inside, won't no action. They don't wanna see us, bitch. We the real L's, and y'all wanna be L's, and y'all L's, and be L's, and y'all wanna be L's, and y'all wanna get sold out in the G's. We snatching in the drill, snatching we the soul, G's in the snatching in the G's. We the wanna match it, soul, matching in the we the snatching beat, and then y'all wanna be us, snatching nigga sold out.
Send it up to Jesus, send it snatching beat.
J23, nigga, no Reebok. Kill a bitch if she a prick, no mercy for the
Put him on the roster, another body on the block. Put him on the roster, free Jock, they don't free Jock. Say body on the Glock. Free nigga, no Reebok. Kill a bitch if she a freak, no mercy for these. Body on the
Get out bars, nigga, don't free Jock. Trey drop bars, nigga, no re-rock. Trey drop bars, nigga, 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 Trey drop bars, Trey drop bars, nigga, no re-rock. MJ23, nigga, no Reebok, 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 nigga, no Reebok. Niggas, it's something that we not, man. All my life I've been getting that. You got a that, I've been getting that. We, man, all my life I've been getting that. You got another thing coming if you thought I was lame. If I hear a nigga holding, I'm hitting that. You better cooperate, cause if you itching, I'm a bang. Fuck about stay up for my speaking. Focus on my right here, just trying to make it hard. Yeah, on style, so you can't get hurt. I'm sitting on mid race, no, me and love hurt. Hell's no words.
Bitches in the back, she guns, Holly. I've been in the Holly, why you ain't hurt, I mean, now your bitch spit it hurts. One time it's crunch time. My team on point. With us, the cheap on. How they gon' be us? My team on point. Fuck with us and get smoked, no joint. Got the red dot for a headshot. Another deal.
Game, but she was real. Fuck CPD, gotta keep it on me at all times, cause I'm in the field.
Rap shit, money in the nice clothes. There's cockroaches in apartments with lights on. The smell in them hallways that ain't lights on. The young boys might not have no mics on, but they post up all night with the pipes. Lady in the top and I can fucking top of my ready to hit the ground, hit the ground, hit the ground, hit the don't think I forgot y'all. All the time y'all been gone, I've been with the key teeth. Push the seat, right, y'all. All the right, don't they gone, man, I cook right. All none of these new niggas know none. I'll treat them, no, new, treat them, y'all, man, I can smell them, step out, y'all. Kill me a nigga, that's amigos. When I call them, they migos. Call them, me, gotta sit around, y'all. Call them amigos, call them, they bring
If got 150 niggas riding with me, Jason Army ain't gon' never have no lanes with them. They all TTG, we in that getting money, getting nation, finessing, dirty shot, extend no technicians. That's obituaries, that's where doctors say is know a couple niggas that's down, homicide. I'm in the like homicide, full of photo like bombers, like bombers, give us any problems and we take flies. Shots spinning like some thunder when they hit a nigga. KD, Trey 5, and we don't talk middle in the middle of the dates, in the middle of the dates. And LMB, we be 150 like 6 quarters. There's no limits. 4 quarters, hey, no lag. Niggas, my inside. Snatch a nigga, cheese us, how they gon' beat us? My team on point. Got the boy. With us, it's the kill, yo. Keep it on me at all times, cause I'm in the field.
Rap shit, money in the nice clothes. There's cockroaches in apartments with lights on. The smell all this might not have no mics on. Hit the ground when my niggas pop off. They gon' fly rounds when my niggas pop off. My niggas, and they y'all free pussy seat. None of these new niggas know nothing about you. I treat it real, they know without y'all. Man, I can smell them on. I can smell them, and I can smell them stepping in my home. And I can smell them stepping.
Home J Dot, and it's in the county up. Don't free drop, say drop. Don't free drop, say drop. Body on the Glock, at the bottom trying to make PD, gotta keep it on me at all times. PD, gotta keep it on me at all times. Gotta keep it on me at all times, cause I'm over there. PD, gotta keep it on me at all times, cause I'm over there. PD, gotta keep it on me at all times, cause I'm over there.
Sippin' on mud, die lakeside niggas, don't go rock to them. D gotta keep it on me at all times, While I'm sippin' on mud, die lakeside niggas don't go. Saying don't go rock to them on the roster, another body on the Glock. Right here at the bottom trying to make that up, cause we keep on it all time, cause I'm on it all time, We been on fly mud, when I'm sippin' on, when I'm sippin', sippin' die, die, lakeside nigga don't better not catch a nigga to the middle and don't go rock to the middle man. PD gotta keep it on me at all times, cause I'm smoking off me at all times, cause I'm smoking on mud, die no mud. When I'm die no mud, die sippin', die when I'm die no mud,
die no mud, die no mud, die no mud, die no mud, no mud, die no mud, no mud.
obituaries and some doctor statements. Know a couple niggas that's down to ride for a 187, that's a homicide. Run up on a nigga with the llama's flag, both Obama size.
Obama size. Obama size. Lady side for the them niggas who this is giving type of situation. Give us promise, anybody promise. Spin shutting thunder when that nigga K give a fuck who doing hits and the KD. Cause I'm in the field like that's a homicide. Run up on a nigga with the lump, put him in the dirt like both Obama size. Lake side for the fake guys, man. Them niggas sweet, straight cake pies. Shots spinning like some thunder when they hit. Shots spinning like some thunder. This is giving safe type of situation. That's real. AD thunder when they hit it. Shots stabbing, that's a homicide. Run up on a nigga with the llamas flying. Put him in the dirt like and we taking lives. Shot lives. Shot lives. Shot lives. Shot lives. Shot lives.
Cause I'm over 35 when I'm sipping on mud.
PPD gotta keep it on me at all time. Cause I'm over 35. PPD gotta keep it on me at all time. PPD gotta keep it on me at all time. Cause I'm over 35. Cause I'm over 35. Cause I'm over 35 when I'm sipping on mud. That lakeside nigga don't get it. PPD gotta keep it on me at all. Tipping 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 all. Tipping all. Tipping all. Tipping me at all. Tipping on me at all. Tipping on me at all. They ain't want to be started. Tipping on me at all. Tipping on me at all. Tipping on me at all. Tipping on. Cause I'm high on me. Tipping cause I'm on me at all. Tipping out on me. Tipping time. Cause I'm tipping on me while I'm sour. Tipping. That legs hot. Better don't catch a nigga saying doc. Put him on the road. And don't Glock. Put him on the roster. Another body on the Glock. Right here at the bottom trying to make it to the top. Fuck the odds. Posted with my niggas on the A block. Then I let my nigga out. Welcome home, J-Dot. Finna send the county up if they don't free job. Straight drop hard, nigga, no re-rock. MJ23, nigga, no Reebok. Kill a bitch if she a brick, no mercy for these sides. Bunch of pussy ass niggas, it's something that we not. Man, all my life I've been getting that. You got another thing coming if you thought I was lame. If I hear a nigga holding, I'm hitting that. You better cooperate cause if you itching, I'm a bang. Give a fuck about shit, but lay a family in my squad. Focus on my grind, haters trying to make it hard. But I won't stop till Japan get hurt. And I'm sitting on millions down foreign race cars. It's me and Lil Herbie, L's no worries. Niggas in them sex, handguns, hold 30. I've been in the trap, probably why you ain't heard me. She damn know women that you get so dirty. When it's wartime, it's crunch time. Leave a couple niggas slump time. 100 shot, 30 shot pump time. Better not come cross that gun line. Cause we bustin' them niggas, they running. Got bullets for niggas that act like they want it. Couple niggas got away last night, so I'm coming right back in the morning like. If it's what they want, then that's what they gon' get. I ain't playing no games with them. Got 150 niggas.
All my niggas ain't no joke. I'ma keep them blows. Keep them blows. So please don't get smoked. Fuck around and get smoked. Niggas get killed. I'm here for real. I'm finna get on. His ass like a grill. Face beat you his ass like a grill. I'm doing this for real. I'm finna get
I'm finna get up. I'm finna get up. And pass to the bro. Then leave that bitch. Then leave that.
And pass to the bro. Then leave that bitch.
So please don't get murked, Girls lifting their shirt, sure.
Lame niggas get killed. I'm here for.
Y'all niggas ain't real. Kill.
Initially been poked 5 times. Did you see any visible signs of that?
The only thing you could see in his left hand area looked like the IV was going in.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, it appeared to be that.
It was covered up, dressed medically, his left arm out. That's where the IV entered, and it was done as you would see any doctor do.
And he had his gray suit, at least on the top of his body, and the sheet, a white sheet, was covered to his waist.
Sean, have you witnessed an execution before?
Yes.
Can you just tell us, did you see anything different in the process from what you've experienced before? The protocol almost.
Well, they waited longer to do a consciousness check. They waited, I guess it was
7:16.
Yeah, it was about 6 minutes before they even checked the consciousness. So that's longer.
Sean, who were always in the chamber?
There was only one prison official in the execution chamber.
Was it the warden?
It was not the warden.
And
I don't know.
well, we don't know if it was a prison official either.
That's true.
We don't know if it was.
It was a man wearing a suit.
His attorneys were worried about the sedative not working after witnessing it. You mentioned that it was less problematic.
It appeared that the sedative worked.
Everybody good?
Yep. We have a statement from the Attorney General's office. No, he's not.
mentioned he's been poked 5 times. Do you see any visible signs of that?
The only thing you can see in his left hand area, it looked like the IV was going in.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, it appeared to be that.
It was covered up, dressed medically, his left arm out. That's where the IV entered, and it was done as you would see any doctor do.
And he had his gray suit, at least on the top of his body, and the sheet, a white sheet, was covered to his waist.
Sean, have you witnessed an execution before?
Yes.
Can you just tell us, did you see anything different in the process from what you've experienced before? The protocol.
Well, they waited longer to do a consciousness check. They waited, I guess it was
7:16.
Yeah, it was about 6 minutes before they even checked the consciousness. So that's longer.
Sean, who were always in the chamber?
There was only one prison official in the execution chamber.
Was it the warden?
It was not the warden.
And
I don't know.
but we don't know if it was a prison official either.
That's true.
We don't know if it was.
It was a man wearing a suit.
His attorneys were worried about the sedative not working after witnessing it. You mentioned that it was less problematic.
It appeared that the sedative worked.
Everybody good?
We have a statement from the Attorney General's office.
Is Director Batten going to make a statement?
No, he's not.